Good morning, good morning, good morning. Welcome back to Children's Church. I'm so glad you're here with me. And today we have left the Bible basics behind, but we're still in the B's. We're talking about the Bee-at-itudes. Now, what's a Bee-at-itude? What's an attitude? An attitude is how you set yourself. You've probably heard attitude of you're giving me an attitude. Well, it's kind of like if you were a dryer and you had different settings. So like, instead of being set to quick dry, you were set to mad. Your attitude is mad. But you can also have an attitude of gratitude. You've heard that, right? You can also have an attitude of praise, an attitude of thankfulness, that's still gratitude, an attitude of joy, an attitude of praise, an attitude of whatever I find to do, I'm going to do it the best that I can. There's a lot of different attitudes you can have. Today we're going to talk about some that Jesus taught us. Now we're in Matthew chapter 5, and that's commonly referred to as the Sermon on the Mount. Lots of people call it the beginning of Jesus' ministry. He picked up most of his disciples, all of them actually, and this was the beginning of him going out and preaching. And this is one of the first things he preached, at least according to Matthew, who most people consider the most detailed of his historians. That's not a universal opinion, though. That's what Miss Mandy has heard. Someone is going to disagree with me. It's okay. So we're going to jump in at chapter 5, the Sermon on the Mount. And when he saw the crowds, he is Jesus, it's capitalized. He went up on the mountain, and after he sat down, the disciples came to him, and then he began to teach them, saying, "The poor in spirit are blessed, for the kingdom of heaven is theirs. Those who mourn are blessed, for they will be comforted. The gentle are blessed, for they will inherit the earth. Those who hunger and thirst for righteousness are blessed, for they will be filled. The merciful are blessed, for they will be shown mercy. The pure in heart are blessed, for they will see God. The peacemakers are blessed, for they will be called sons of God. And those who are persecuted for righteousness are blessed, for the kingdom of heaven is theirs. You are blessed when they insult and persecute you and falsely say every kind of evil against you because of me. Be glad and rejoice, because your reward is great in heaven. For that is how they persecuted the prophets who were before you." Now that probably seems like a really short passage to teach you, but it's an important one for a lot of reasons. Today we're talking about attitude, and we're probably going to be talking about attitude for the rest of the month. This is our opener, but we'll be talking about people with attitudes of a variety. But these are the attitudes Jesus was talking about, the Bee-at-itudes. Now when I was a kid, I called these the blessed bees because that's how it sounds in the King James Bible, and that's how Miss Mandy learned it. Blessed are they, blessed be they. It's kind of fun to say. And that's why your coloring sheet has bees on it, because people like to say blessed be.
There's a whole song.
But your attitude matters. There's a scripture that says, "Whatever your hands find to do, do it heartily as unto the Lord." Meaning you have an attitude of everything I'm doing can be for God's glory. And your attitude can change not only how you do things, but how other people view what you do. And it also changes how you view what you do. Now, if your mom tells you have to clean up and you go to do it and you have an attitude of grumpiness, you have an attitude of I shouldn't have to, I don't want to, it's gonna take so much longer because you're gonna be mad the whole time. Now, if you have an attitude of, oh, I made this mess, I should help and clean it up, that's a very different thing. It takes so much less time when you want to do it, doesn't it? Your attitude matters. When we come to church, our attitude is, I'm here to see Jesus. That's why we dress our best, whatever our best is. Jesus doesn't care what your best is, as long as it's your best. And that's the attitude we need to have, right? It doesn't matter what everyone else's best is. We're doing our best, and we're doing our best for God. And that's the attitude I think you guys should go out with. It's the attitude I try to come to church with. And it's the attitude I try to go other places with. Whatever I find to do, I have an attitude if I'm going to do it the best that I can. Not the best that Miss Ashley can. Not the best that my mom can. The best that I can. That's the attitude I want you guys to take with you. And we'll be talking about stuff like this all month long. So if you have any more questions, I bet I answer them next week. Have a great week, guys.